Call the City of Apache Junction Council meeting for September 17th, 2024 to order and ask everyone to put their cell phones on silence. The invocation will be led by Councilmember Johnson, the pledge by Councilmember Cross.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for having the privilege of serving our city and its residents. We pray that we have a productive meeting today as we discuss the items on our agenda and craft policies for our city, and that we always put the people's interest above our own. We ask that you watch over our men and women in the military, wherever they may be, and protect our first responders, our police officers, paramedics, and firefighters as they do their work to protect all of us. In your name we pray, amen. Amen. I would also like to call for a moment of silence for Officer Zane Coolidge, who was killed in the line of duty on September 6th, a member of the Phoenix Police Department. His fellow officer, Matthew Haney, was injured in the same event. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Wilson,
Here.
Vice Mayor Schroeder,
Present.
Councilmember Cross,
Here.
Councilmember Heck,
Here.
Councilmember Johnson,
Here.
Councilmember Nesser,
Present.
Councilmember Soller.
Here.
You have a quorum, Your Honor.
Thank you. As a reminder, under the consent agenda, all items will be approved with one motion. If a council member wishes to remove an item for further discussion, the request must be made prior to approving the consent agenda and be moved to new business. Do I have a motion for the consent agenda?
Mayor,
Yes.
I move that the consent agenda be accepted and approved as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Thank you. Roll call.
Councilmember Cross,
Yes.
Councilmember Heck,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Schroeder,
Yes.
Councilmember Nesser,
Yes.
Councilmember Soller,
Yes.
Mayor Wilson.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, presentation of APRA award winners. Liz.
Good evening, Mayor Wilson, members of the City Council. Liz Lingenbach, the Parks and Recreation Director. Tonight is really just my great honor to be able to present to you a couple of really fabulous awards that our department and the members within the department received recently. Every year we attend our Arizona Parks and Recreation Association conference. It's made up of hundreds of state, county, municipal agencies throughout the state of Arizona that are represent the parks and recreation professionals that serve the great state. And every year they have an awards ceremony. Many years we are award winners, and this year we actually brought home two wonderful awards that we wanted to share with you tonight. The first one is our youth sports program, and that award is for the Outstanding Sports Program of the Year. It has been given to our parent-taught sports program, and instead of me sharing with you a little bit more about it, we do have the video that was shared at the awards ceremony, and once we're done playing that, we'll bring up some of our award winners for a photo with the mayor.
The City of Apache Junction's Parks and Recreation Department is the MVP for offering various sports programs for youth and adults. But they didn't just stop at the basics. They noticed that there was a need for even younger participants to get in on the action. So they went out and recruited some volunteer coaches, but found that many parents were hesitant to join the team because they didn't know the ropes or how to coach. That's where the City of Apache Junction's parent-taught sports program came to the rescue. This innovative program introduces youth to team sports at a younger age. We're talking 3 to 5 years old, and involves their parents in an unconventional, no-pressure format. It's a slam dunk for building confidence and basic skills, which means those same parents are more likely to volunteer as coaches when their child gets older. The Parent-Taught Sports Program is a grand slam, offering programs in soccer, basketball, baseball, and flag football that align with their older leagues. Over the past decade, it's served a whopping 1,300 families, making it a real game changer for community building and family bonding. Through its unique approach, the program has successfully engaged families, promoted healthy lifestyles, and enriched the community. Congratulations to the Parent-Taught Sports Program, this year's winner of the Outstanding Sports Program.
And at this time, I'd like to bring up Gary Gartner, our Youth and Adult Sports Coordinator. He's been our sports coordinator for many, many years and done a lot of amazing things here, as well as Coach Kim Grant. In addition to coaching our parent-taught program, she's also the coach at Cactus Canyon Junior High. She does a lot of things on her own, also coaching kids in her neighborhood. So 2 really amazing people. We'd love to bring them up and have a quick photo. And that was a very competitive award category. We're super excited about that, so congratulations to them for the amazing program that they did. The second award that we won, I say we, but it's really an individual, but we like to take credit for, all of our amazing staff. The second award winner is Riley King. Many of you know her as her involvement with our special events and facility reservations. She works very closely with all of our community members, as well as helping us to manage our budget, our marketing, all of the fabulous things in her role as our management analyst with the city. Riley has been a part of our department for many years. Sometimes I forget that she hasn't been here all her life because she grew up doing all of the programs here in Parks and Recreation. And it's only been in her more recent, because she's a very young lady, in her more recent years that she's had her career here with Parks and Recreation. This also is a very competitive category. It's something where you have to be very involved in the profession, as well as your own community giving to the Parks and Rec profession. And without further ado, I'm going to have Matt will start the video and we'll share a little bit more about Riley.
Riley King started her illustrious career with Apache Junction Parks and Recreation in 2015. Beginning as a Sun Devil intern, Riley quickly realized this would be a lifelong career. She advanced from senior recreation leader to recreation assistant and is now thriving in her current role as the department's management analyst. Riley grew up in the Apache Junction community and finds passion and fulfillment in serving and giving back to her community. As the daughter of Apache Junction's police commander, Riley was very involved in AJ programs and, of course, was well-behaved. Riley is an APRA member and currently serves as the editor-in-chief of the APRA magazine. She also participated in the creative team for the Leash Up Cleanup statewide campaign in 2021. Additionally, Riley has volunteered at every conference she has attended, assisting at the golf course, registration table, and awards banquet. She is always where anyone needs her. Riley took the initiative to create a team of coworkers and significantly enhance the department's social media presence. By creating content that spanned multiple departments and utilizing various mediums, she has increased awareness and attracted thousands of new viewers. Throughout her career, she has overseen the implementation of several new software platforms and the department's first strategic plan. Riley has researched, created, and implemented a citywide special events process, and she serves as the department's wellness ambassador. Riley has superpowers, known not only to her department, but also to everyone who works with her. Her work family is extremely proud and honored to have her named this year's Young Professional of the Year.
So at this time, I'd like to invite Riley King up to be recognized and to get a photo.
Well, I want to say a special thank you to everyone concerning this as well. Thank you. Okay, I have a proclamation here to read. Constitution Week, September 17th, which is today, through September 23rd. Whereas it's a privilege and a duty of American people to commemorate the 237th anniversary of the drafting of the Constitution of the United States of America with appropriate ceremonies and activities. Whereas the Constitution of the United States of America, the guardian of our liberties, represents the principles of limited government in a republic declared to rule by law, and whereas on this day and during this week, we celebrate our great founding character as a lasting beacon of freedom, and whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document and its memorial anniversary, and whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuance of proclamations each year by the President of the United States of America, designating September 17th through 23rd as Constitutional Week. Now, therefore, I, Chip Wilson, verbalize the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of Apache Junction, Arizona, do hereby proclaim the week of September 17th through the 23rd as Constitutional Week. And Kelly McDonald?
Can be like one of those things come out of the sea.
Thank you, Mayor, City Council members. I think when the Daughters of the American Revolution started Constitution Week and petitioned Congress and then later had it signed into law by the President, what they envisioned was having every community, every state recognize, as you said, the amazing document that the Constitution is. And so we thank you for your participation in this event, and our proclamation will be on display at the Apache Junction Library. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, regional updates by by the council. Yes? No? No? Nope. Well, I've got a couple here in the aspect on it. One of the things that I did was attend the 9/11 event at Avion Elementary School. And it was a activity that, where they presented, as you can see, flags to the police department as well as the fire department. And it is recognizing our first responders in the aspects on this and how we lost a lot of first responders in the 9/11 incident. In fact, I heard on news the other day that there's been more deaths of our first responders through different types of diseases related to their response to the event and than what actually died on the day. So we've actually still have people that are being affected by this. And of course, it was unique in the aspect that I had a lot of kids come up to me and want to shake my hand. And it was something that I thought was very fantastic, and I definitely enjoyed it in the aspect on it. One of the things, I went over to the library and wore this wonderful hat that my wife created because they wanted us to wear a crazy hat. And it was going up to have the kids come out and show us their library card that they may have just gotten or renewed. And it was an opportunity for me to get to talk to several parents as well as several of the kids of our community. And I really thought it was fantastic in the aspect of the wonderful hat that I had. And it was very unique in the aspects on it. So it was enjoyed by just about everybody. And that's all I have. Oh, I forgot about this one. Thank you. Wanted to let everybody know that today they've announced that State Route 88 is now open from milepost 222 to milepost 229 is for high clearance, four-wheel drive. This is the Fish Creek Hill area. It's not completely open, and especially they say no, and I repeat, no trailers going across it. So it is something that's a lot of people wanted, and they've got at least the first stages of it. They're still working on, I'm going to say, future improvements on this, but it's going to take some time. I just wanted to let everybody know that it is open, and it is something that is not, you're going to be not speeding over it very fast at all. Okay. City Manager's report.
Thank you, Your Honor. Bryant Powell, City Manager tonight. Just wanted to also add my public congratulations to Riley and to Gary for their wonderful awards and the way they go about their business here at the City of Apache Junction. And want to thank Pam at the library for always coming up with these kind of creative ideas to drum up business, to get things exciting. I haven't seen the data yet, but the whole point of that was to get folks to get more cards, library cards. And so we're looking forward to hearing how that went. For my report tonight, we have invited the chair of the Friends of Apache Junction, Roxanne Coleman, and would like to turn the time over to her as she's going to provide us an update on the Friends. Or Fox, you coming first? No, Fox. Oh, they're together. Friends of Apache Junction update.
If you want to.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the council, thank you for inviting us here tonight. We greatly appreciate your time and the time of everybody to talk about the organization. My name is Fox. I work in development services here at the city. And with me is Roxanne Coleman, who's been the president of the Friends of Apache Junction since 2019. We're just going to give you all a little bit of information about the organization tonight. I'm going to let Roxanne start it off, and then I'll finish it up.
Thank you so much for letting me come and inform you of what the Friends of Apache Junction is. I did want to let you know who the other board members are. It's Tom Kelly, Daniel Reynolds, Jackie Smith, Barb Kelly, Renee Mullender, and Brianna Jaramillo, sorry. And we are always looking for new members, so if you hear of anybody that would love to come and be a member, part of our board, we would love that. This organization was started by Lucy Young, who owned the Little Prospectors and was a school board president for a while. And she taught here in the AJ district for ever. And the purpose of it is to allow people to make donations to our organization on behalf of government entities. So we're a 501c3 nonprofit organization. It was begun in 2009, and we accept donations, especially with paws and claws. People love their animals, and so they want to make donations to make sure that there's provisions made for them. And the most recent one that we did for the animal control was they just had that new building remodeled, and it was amazing, and that was done by funds that were given to us to take care of. And then recently they also had an incident with rat infestation. And we were able to help them get the money quickly and get that taken care of, because it was also the people in the building and all the animals were at risk from disease for that. We have so many donations. We also accept donations we accepted some for the AJ High School, for their wrestling team and their football team for their uniforms, because they weren't able to get new ones, and especially the wrestling team. You don't want anybody else to be wrestling in anybody else's suit. So they want to make sure they had enough wrestling suits. And then, I don't know if you've been to Paws and Claws, but it's a beautiful building, and they have a cat room, and my little granddaughter, when I took her, she just wanted to go live in that cat room with all the cats. She thought it was amazing. We have a wonderful community of donors that help out with so many projects that we wouldn't be able to help in otherwise. We also have a golf tournament every year that helps to raise more funds to be able to give to other people that need the funds. We have community ride reimbursements for seniors, community special events, enhancements to parks and rec, senior programs, youth sports, and we also help with the AJPD, as you heard me mention the animal control, but they also have Shop with a Cop, the Cadets Program, DARE, and their Honor Guard Auxiliary. And so we provide funds for so many great programs that would not be possible without this great organization. Do you have any questions for me? Nope. Thank you so much. I'll turn it over to
Just a really
Fox.
quick comment.
Oh, yes, please.
Thank you for all you do.
Oh.
You guys are doing a great job.
No,
and
our
you're really
pleasure.
helping out our community a bunch. We
It's-
really appreciate
It's a truly hidden gem
Yes.
that most people don't know about. I didn't know about till I got asked to be on it, and it's been a lot of fun learning about it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Turn it over to Fox.
Can we go back just a few slides? One more. One thing I wanted to mention about the Friends is it's a wonderful organization, and the donors in this community are absolutely terrific. You can see in 2023 alone, over $192,000 was donated to the Friends. From January to July, there was over $97,000 this year donated. Number has definitely gone up in the past several months, and we're getting into the holidays, which is kind of the busiest season to get donations in. So that number is dramatically going to rise over the next several months. But one of the great things about the Friends is that 97% of all the donations go back into the community. They're an all-volunteer organization, and they only keep out 3%. Now, that 3% they use for insurance, to get supplies, office supplies, postage, to run flyers, and some of the other programs they do. But even of that money, anything that's left over goes back into the community as well. So it's actually closer to about 97.8% of everything that comes in goes directly back into the community. And that's an astounding percentage for a nonprofit. So definitely want to thank them for all that they do there. And they don't just help this community, though. They are more broad-reaching. They help areas like PCLEA, the Pinal County Law Enforcement Association. They also hold accounts for Eloy and Florence Police Departments, and they kind of act as the pass-through and fiduciary for those organizations. And one thing that happens is when people donate, say they give to the animal control, the money that's donated for that goes directly to that. They can't spend the money can't be spent for anything else. Or if money comes in for the Parks and Recreation, the money stays with Parks and Recreation for like their special events, and it can't be used for anything else, and the board makes sure of that. So it's really great work that they do. Some of the recent projects that have gone on, and Roxanne kind of hit on this, but I wanted to take just a little bit more time, especially one of the large ones last year, the renovation of the animal control area. $70,000 came from the Friends, which was money that was donated by the public to help with that project. And it really helped out. You know, the employees got a great upgrade to there. It made them more efficient. They could work better. It was great for the public who could come in, who wanted to adopt the animals, made it easier for them, and it improved the quality of care for the animals themselves. So it was a great project that was long overdue. They like to support Parks and Rec, and if anybody hasn't gotten out to any of the Parks and Rec programs, I know there was an award, several awards given out tonight, and what a phenomenal job Parks and Rec does for the community. If you haven't gotten out to one of the events, definitely do so. They're tremendous in what they do for the community. I just can't praise them enough. Friends doesn't just give to city departments, they also give to the sports programs or educational programs at the local schools. This year alone, they gave $7,500 to help with get sports equipment and jerseys for the local high school. And they've done that for several years now. So they like to give to a lot of different programs there. The cadet program, and I want to highlight our police department here because they are wonderful as well. Not only are they there for law enforcement, but they really care about the community and they get involved in the community. It's one of the programs they do is the cadet program. And this is for teens, young adults who might be interested in law enforcement or interested in the criminal justice system and want to get out there and see if it's something they would like to do. Shop with a Cop, which Roxanne also mentioned, and I wanted to highlight again because it's upcoming here, just a few months. Great program to give for. The police department, the officers go out and they actually take the children shopping, get them presents and that, so bringing a little extra joy to some children who might not have the happiest of holidays. So it's a great program. Definitely give if you can. I'll end it there because I know we're short on time and it's a long agenda. But if anybody has any questions, Roxanne or I would be happy to answer them.
Any questions? Well, I'm going to make one little comment concerning the Shop with a Cop and the aspect on it, because I went out, and I've gone twice with them in the aspect, and one of the things that impressed me is the number of kids that are buying gifts for other kids, not for themselves, for someone else, to including parents in the aspect on it. And that really impressed me, is the aspect that they were thinking of others, not just themselves at all in any way, shape, or form. And it was fantastic.
It is. It's tremendous. This community, I can't praise it enough. The people here, just so giving. And I've seen it over the 6 years that I've been here. Truly tremendous. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Fox. And as Fox is going, we'll transition to the presentation for Prop 486. Just wanted to say thank you to Fox and his team. I'm just joking because Fox is the one-man team. He oversees the Community Development Corporation, Make a Difference Day, which we'll talk about, the sponsorship program, and then this one, the Friends. We're so grateful for volunteers like Roxanne and her friend and everybody that helps out there. Makes a huge difference, and we're always looking for folks to volunteer. Tonight, we're going to present an update and information for the public on a proposition that's before us. Matt's going to go into detail. I just wanted to share one really important aspect of it, and that is that under the umbrella of the Public Works Department, one of the single largest sources of revenue is the county half-cent sales tax that we've had now and voted on twice as a maintenance renewal in front of the voters here in November. But it's been over 40 years, and each of the 20 years it has to go back to the voters. This is a combination of cities and towns working together along with our county to maintain our street and roads. And so, Matt, we'll turn it to you to cover this presentation.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. You may recall earlier in the year, Pinal County came and presented as they kicked off the educational campaign for this proposition to educate the public about what it is. So we want to reiterate some of those things tonight by showing a video that Pinal County has put together, as well as local focus on what this funding has done and what we've used it for the past 20 years. And we also have our own little video to share about this. So we'll first go to Pinal County's video.
Is Prop 486. Proposition 486 is the reauthorization of Pinal County's Road Maintenance and Improvement Fund. This is a half-cent excise tax to pay for repair, maintenance, and improvement of county roads. This means that a half-cent out of every dollar spent in Pinal County will go toward fixing our roads. The fund has been in effect since 1987 and is not a tax increase. Prop 486 will pay for things like road repair, pothole repair, road widening, road preservation, as well as road, intersection, and traffic safety improvements. This money is also shared with the cities and towns in the county. Proposition 486 will be on the November 5th ballot. A yes vote extends the tax until 2046. A no vote will discontinue the tax at the end of 2026. To register to vote, you can go to pinel.gov/pinelvotes.
So here's a little information about the dates coming up for the election. As you can see, very soon, overseas and military ballots are mailed out. Voter registration deadline is October 7th. October 9th is early voting begins, and early ballots are mailed out. And then the last day to request a ballot by mail is October 25th. And then, of course, Election Day is November 5th. So this is just a graphic from Pinal County that shows how the funds travel from someone who's paying this excise tax at a store in Pinal County. It, of course, is remitted to the Department of Revenue first, then given back to the county, and they distribute it according to their formula to the cities and themselves. And as Bryant mentioned earlier, that equates about, this past year, $4 million to our HERF funds, or our street and roads funds. Budget year, fiscal year 22-23, it was about 3.7 million. And of course, last year, 4 million. Average last year was about 330,000 per month that came in for us to use for road maintenance. Now, this is a video of what we've been able to do with it. I'd like to thank Matthew McNulty and Kayla Fulmer for their production of this video.
Proposition 486 impact the city of Apache Junction. The safety and economic success of our community relies on well-maintained roads, and these funds ensure we can uphold our commitment to safe and efficient transportation. Proposition 486 is not an approval of a new tax, but a continuance of funding that has been in place with voter support since 1986. This funding amounts to approximately $4 million annually for the city of Apache Junction alone, the majority of which is used for pavement maintenance. The funds generated from Prop 486 serve as one of our largest sources of revenue to perform vital road maintenance. Maintaining this infrastructure on an ongoing basis is far more sustainable and fiscally responsible than allowing it to deteriorate, which ultimately creates far more costly repairs and replacement. Key projects made possible with these funds include the overlay of Lost Dutchman Boulevard, the paving of the Haven Hollow and Azure Skies subdivision roads, and the accompanying ADA sidewalk ramp upgrades for some projects as required by federal law. Without this half-cent road tax, the city would not only lose a major source of funding for critical road maintenance, but resident safety, tourism, and economic vitality would be greatly impacted.
So I would like to note that website there, preservingpinal.com. It's the county's website, gives all the information, great FAQ section, as well as more explanation of what the tax is for and anything anyone could want to know about the election coming up. Some interesting facts for the past 20 years, what this tax has done for the local jurisdiction of Apache Junction. 83 lane miles of streets have been repaved, 75 lane miles of pavement preserved, 9 lane miles of additional bike lanes, 4 lanes of lane miles of additional sidewalks, 2 additional signalized intersections, 4 new street drainage improvements, and 9 traffic signal safety enhancements. So we've been able to do quite a bit with this funding. And thanks to our public works staff who do a great job and really make sure these funds are spent wisely and for the appropriate things. We have public works staff here if you have any specific questions for them about the projects that were completed with this. And I believe a Pinal County staff member might be here if you have questions about the election or the proposition in general that they might be able to answer that we couldn't. But that concludes my presentation.
Any questions? No questions. No questions? Okay. All right.
That concludes my report, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Announcements of current events.
Let me pull that back up. We have one event that we'll mention tonight.
I think we just want,
Yeah. Just Make a Difference Day is coming up. So you'll see the information here on the screen. It is a great activity that anyone can participate in and help give back to their local community. If you need any more information about that, the website there is ApacheJunctionCDC.com.
Okay, thank you. Consideration and application for permanent extension of premise for Hitching Post Pizza Pub. Jennifer.
Thank you, Mayor Wilson, City Council members. Before you this evening is an application for a permanent extension of premises for the Hitching Post located at 2341 North Apache Trail. Correspondence has been received from the Planning Division, Building and Safety, Police Department, and the Superstition Fire District indicating no objections to the project. I've had several conversations with Mo, and his desire is to extend the patios, both behind the Hitching Post and Breakfast at Tina's, 20 feet into the parking lot, the full length, which is approximately 85 feet, that would be enclosed with a chain link fence, and the slats would either be wood or he mentioned a buffering product. He hasn't chosen one yet, but that is his request. The liquor license is A6, and that is also extends into the rodeo grounds. And that is all I have. So we do have a public hearing tonight. Matt, if the council has any questions on this, I am here to hopefully answer any questions. Mo is out of town tonight. I told him I would address this the best that I could, but I do understand Tina is here tonight if you have any further questions.
Does she want to say anything concerning it? I see you shaking no. Anyone have any questions?
No, it's pretty straightforward.
Nope. Okay. This is a public hearing, and I'm opening it up for public comments concerning it.
Donna Carr, Apache Junction resident. If they're going to extend it further out into the parking lot, the patios, one of the things that I think that they might want to do is probably about every so many feet put in a concrete abutment, like post. I remember back several years back, a friend of mine actually hit the railroad ties that were out front. His truck was split in two. He died on impact. There's always a lot of accidents down in that area. So I think if you're going to keep the people on the patio safe, at least put in the concrete abutments that they could hit before they hit the people. Thanks.
Anyone else like to speak? Well, seeing no one else, I'll close that part of the public hearing. Is there anything with comment from the council? Okay.
Mayor,
Yes?
I'll make a motion.
Yes, so I'll call him for it.
I move that the application for the permanent extension of premise for the Hitching Post Pizza Pub located at 2341 North Apache Trail, Apache, Arizona, be recommended to the Arizona Department of Liquor License and Control approved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, roll call?
Vice Mayor Schroeder,
Yes.
Councilmember Nesser,
Yes.
Councilmember Heck,
Yes.
Councilmember Soller,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Cross,
Yes.
Mayor Wilson.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay. Consideration and application for a permanent extension for premises Paladinos. Jennifer.
Thank you, Mayor Wilson, City Council members. Another application for the permanent extension of premises over at Paladino's Italian Eatery, located over here at 300 West Apache Trail. We did receive correspondence from our planning department, our building safety division, PD, and Superstition Fire and Medical, and they all are recommending that you approve or recommend approval of the application. They are extending their premises to the front of the building, and it is that patio area. They plan on enclosing the area with 3-foot lattice on both ends. And I haven't received any complaints on this from the public, and this is here for a public hearing.
Okay, does anyone, or does the applicant want to speak on this? Is anyone here from him? No, shaking the head, no, okay. Any discussion among the council?
Your Honor?
Yes.
Yep. So Jennifer had a question. So I know they're extending the eating area into what would be kind of the walkway into the front. So by doing that, then will that eliminate that as a walkway?
It does, but other businesses have done the same.
So you just walk out in the driveway and in like that? Okay, all right. And that's, I guess that's past
Is acceptable.
inspection with everybody.
It is acceptable.
Okay, all right.
Anyone else like to speak on this? Okay, I will now open the public hearing. There's a 5-minute time limit with 1-minute warning you will hear. Please state your name and address and for the record. Does anyone like to speak on this? No one gets up and moves. Okay. I will now close the public hearing and ask for a motion.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I move that the application for a permanent extension of premises for Paladino's Italian Eatery located at 300 West Apache Trail, Suite 125, Apache Junction, Arizona, be recommended to the Arizona Department of Liquor Licenses and Control for approval.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Councilmember Heck,
Yes.
Councilmember Cross,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Schroeder,
Yes.
Councilmember Nesser,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Soller,
Yes.
Mayor Wilson.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, consideration and application for a Class C bingo license for the VFW post number 7968. Jennifer.
Thank you, Your Honor. Tonight, the VFW Post, is upgrading their bingo license. They currently hold a B, but because of the revenues that they make, they are applying for a Class C bingo license. The VFW Post, like I said, currently holds a Class B. Correspondence related to the inspections from our Safety Division, our Planning and Zoning Department, PD, and Superstition Fire did not have any objection to increasing from a Class B to a Class C. It really didn't change anything structurally for them. They are in compliance with all of the inspection, and it is here for a public hearing.
Okay, does anyone from the post want to speak on this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any discussion from the council? I see nothing but shaking heads, no's. I will now open the public hearing. There's a 5-minute time limit with a 1-minute warning. Please state your name and address for the record. Anyone like to speak on this? Don't say bingo. Okay, I will now close the public hearing and ask for a motion.
Your Honor,
Yes.
Who? You want, go ahead.
Yeah.
I move that the application for a Class C bingo license for the George T. Deal VFW Post 7968 be recommended to the Arizona Department of Revenue for approval.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Councilmember Cross?
Yes.
Councilmember Heck?
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Schroeder?
Yes.
Councilmember Nesser?
Yes.
Councilmember Soller?
Yes.
Mayor Wilson?
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, consideration for applicant for a Class B bingo license for VFW Post 7968. Jennifer.
Thank you, Your Honor. So this is the auxiliary for the VFW Post 7968. This is their first application for a Class B bingo license. Correspondence related to the inspections of the premises for safety and code compliant matters have been received from AJPD, Building and Safety Division, Planning and Zoning Department, Superstition Fire and Medical District. All four entities find compliance with the inspection requirements and are recommending your approval. This is here for a public hearing.
Does the applicant want to say anything? Not at this time. Okay. Any discussion among council? Whoops, excuse me. I'll now open the public hearing to the public. Bingo? No bingo?
Bingo.
Okay. So I will now close public hearing and ask for a motion.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I move that the applicant.
Yeah, step back.
Look it up. Turn yours down a little bit.
It's not,
Your feedback, the other one.
There you go.
somebody turned it way up. I move that the application for a Class B bingo license for the VFW Post 7968 auxiliary be recommended to the Arizona Department of Revenue for approval.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Vice Mayor Schroeder?
Yes.
Councilmember Nesser?
Yes.
Councilmember Heck?
Yes.
Councilmember Soller?
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson?
Yes.
Councilmember Cross?
Yes.
Mayor Wilson?
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Bingo, bingo. Okay. We're now on to public hearing, or public hearing, excuse me, public, call to the public. There we are. Public, I knew it was something public. I would like to remind everyone, the call of the public is a courtesy and not required by law. It's a time for the public to express requests, communication, comments, and suggestions. Requests to speak forms must be completed and handed to the city clerk before the end of the city manager's report. All issues shall be presented in a professional manner without personal attacks. Under the open meeting law, council cannot engage in a discussion on issues presented, but may respond to criticism and may direct staff to follow up with the speaker directly and place the matter on a future agenda for council's discussion. There's a 3-minute time limit for each speaker. And I have two. And Donna Carr, start us off.
Donna Carr, Apache Junction resident. At first, I was going to come up here and just tell you that I just wanted to make sure I come up here to say something because I missed the last meeting.
Yes, you did.
To let you know I'm still here. But I'd like to thank Daryl and Bambi for at least listening to me on a lot of things that I have to complain about, I should say. And then when I heard about the half-cent tax, was it Proposition 486, is if it's never, I should say, not stopped for over the years, what the heck happened to Apache Trail? Because when the sun's going down, you can't see the lines on the road. When it rains, you can't see the lines on the road. So you don't know if you're even in your own lane. It needs to be redone, and the reflectors need to be put back on the street that you can actually tell if you're in your own lane. That would really be nice. I know when they did the road that I live on, they put about an inch worth of tar over the top of the existing tar, And every time me or my neighbor pull out of our yard, you go to turn the steering wheel, and a chunk of tar comes up. You got to put it back down, stomp on it to make sure it's back in place. So the job wasn't done very good. And on Ocotillo, northbound direction between the trail and Superstition, there's a speed bump there that needs to be taken care of. That's been there for a while. It's by the water machine that people used to haul the water up to the foothills. And I'm not sure if it's because the water has been going under the road for so long that it developed a speed bump there. So if that can be taken care of, that would be really nice. And I guess that's all I got to complain about tonight. Thanks.
Andrew Meek? Andre. I destroy your name every time, don't I?
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Andre Meek. 1327 South Bel Air here in AJ. On the proposition, in talking to Supervisor Jeff Surtee, they had a meeting and were mentioning it. And I asked them, what's the contingency if it fails? There is none. So we don't have roads anymore. Back to buckboard trails. So it is really important that people realize that it's not an increase, it's nothing new. We just got to keep it going to keep the status quo on our streets. And another thing, Constitution Week is something everybody needs to get behind, because if anything is being threatened at this time, it's our Constitution. So, wake up, people. We got to keep it in place. And that's it.
Thank you. Does anyone want to say anything?
Yeah, I do. Bryant, on Donna Carr's information, I've heard that from other residents regarding Apache Trail. It's very hard to see, especially when the sun's straight going down. We have a lot of our winter visitors coming soon, so let's see if we can address that, and also that hump in the road from the water.
Well, we'll definitely get Ted, Mr. Wolf, to take a look at that.
Yes, thank you.
And evaluate, yep.
Mayor?
Yes.
I just want to reach out to TV Land. If you're out there, please register to vote, and please vote. And remember, we need your help on the proposition for our roads. So please register to vote, and please vote.
Okay. Thank you. Ooh.